The name's Bond. James Bond.
These days, No Time to Die, the 25th and latest James Bond movie, is coming out in theaters all around the world, despite several delays due to the ongoing pandemic. This film will be significant for a particular reason. It will be the fifth and last movie with Daniel Craig, the sixth actor to dress the suit of the most famous spy the world has ever known. The Daniel Craig era has been particularly relevant for the Bond franchise. The 5 movies that have him as the protagonist, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and the incoming No Time to Die, are all part of a single narrative arc that spaces from the beginning of the career of Bond as a 00 agent to his retirement from the MI6, the British Secret Service, showing all his loves, his grief, his enemies, and giving a more complex past and background to Ian Fleming's secret agent. A reboot of James Bond was something never experienced. In the past movies, we have always seen the adventures of the same spy through the decades, facing different enemies and adapting to the fashions and technologies of the time. The character never had any development, and the spectators had to accept, with a good deal of a suspension of disbelief, that he does not age and that he has been in service for more than 4 decades. The choice of Daniel Craig as the new James Bond has been quite a surprise for the audience. Immediately, the internet and the tabloids harshly criticized this decision with a wave of complaints, mainly for the physical appearance of the British actor and his blonde hair. At that time, the actor declared that he read all the negative comments, and despite them, he started working out to improve his body. All that hard work was lucrative, as, after his first shooting in a swimsuit, the audience completely changed their opinion about him. His interpretation in Casino Royale was a complete success. Daniel Craig brought to life a different version of the British spy, portraying Bond's inner and emotional life and the complexity of the character. He is an inexperienced agent, arrogant and with a mysterious past, with a sense of humor and sarcasm different from the one of his predecessors. This kind of character, that is perfectly coherent with the narrative of the 21st century, constantly evolves throughout the next movies. He faces his grief in Quantum of Solace, and in Skyfall he tightens the bonds with his current family, the MI6, in particular with his boss M, while in Spectre he has to face the ghosts of his past to finally reach the inner peace and hopefully a quiet life. Craig has always put a personal touch in the characterization of his Bond. He often suggested some changes to the script, in particular to modify and make more coherent the reactions and behavior of his character in particular situations. He also tried to overcome the character's clichés, giving his Bond a new and personal style.
Vodka martini.
Shaken or stirred?
Do I look like I give a damn?
By his own choice, Craig performed almost all the stunts by himself. This has been a problem during the filming of Spectre, because he injured his leg and decided to keep on filming instead of stopping the production for 9 months. This problem gave him a very hard time, making the shooting of Spectre a hard trial, which he carried on for the love of his work and of his character. But it challenged him physically and psychologically, so much that, immediately after the end of filming, he declared that he would prefer to cut off his wrists than to act as Bond again. However, he signed in for a 5th and last movie.
I don't want to kind of go on about how hard Spectre was, but it was tough. And I needed a break. I needed to kind of switch off. I needed to get away. And
with No Time to Die, in fact, the arc of Daniel Craig's Bond will probably find its conclusion. Craig said that playing James Bond has been an extremely positive experience that lasted half of his acting career. We don't want to spoil you the movie. Instead, we highly recommend to watch it if you are a James Bond fan, and if you are not, to give a chance to the best action and spy story franchise ever. You will find a fantastic world that started 60 years ago and has still a lot to tell the world. We hope you like this video. What do you think of Daniel Craig's James Bond? Are you willing to watch No Time to Die? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Ciao a tutti.